What up? Yeah, young Aaron Rhoads, man. I was the baby of three, two older brothers. Followed them around. They were my idols. I mean, they still are. But, you know, they played sports their whole lives, so I grew up going to baseball games, basketball games, football games. Like, that's all I knew. Small town, so it was either farming or hunting or sports. And with our family, it was sports, so I did that my whole life. You know, school and basketball came easy. Not basketball, but just sports in general came easy. So I just went that route, and that's all I really did. You know, that was just all I knew and all I wanted to do. I never really thought outside of that. So, you know, that's my whole life was kind of, that's what it was. So I really didn't think about anything or really even try to learn anything outside of that. Just sports, really. So I was a little bit of a turd my whole life, hard-headed. Everything came easy, so I wasn't humble, you know what I mean? And that's, as I got older, you know, some things happened. And basically, as life went, you know, I had some life experiences that humbled me and kind of checked me and brought me down. Towards the end of the high school career, I started doing the recruiting thing for football. Went and visited schools. I did the official visits, and obviously in my head, I just want to go big, you know, and I grew up watching Big Ten sports and, you know, being in the Big Ten area. So I wanted to play at a Division I school, so did a couple visits. Eastern Illinois came along late in the recruiting process, and that was close to home. I went there. Things were good, you know. That was my first check of life. Just the younger years in a small town, everything came easy, like I said. Then I'm going against, you know, some of the best. So that was my first check. Is like, man, you know, I have to work at this. I can't just, you know, just take it easy and get through like I used to. So after college, really didn't have a plan. You know, I was taking it easy, kind of living the easy college life. So I graduated, and I left 2 weeks later to Pennsylvania, northern Pennsylvania, right on the border of New York. Small area, went in as a laborer, and I remember the hotel I stayed in was a red carpet inn, and it was nasty. You know what I mean? Compared to what they put us up in now, I mean, it was absolutely nasty. Saw the operators when I would do it, you know, and I always wanted to run a dozer or an excavator. You know, they have the side booms there and something like that. And got out of that, and like I said, it slowed. I was kind of not sure what to do for a long time. I went home, took back to my parents, and I ended up working for, I went to work for my brother. He works at a factory. I was making like $10 an hour on an assembly line in a factory close to home. And that's when, you know, the hard times mentally kind of set in. You know, I definitely went a route that I never thought I would, and I went through a little bit of, you know, depression and everything, and just not sure what to do. I'd look back at where I was and where I am now, and, you know, it hit pretty hard. It took a while to snap out of it. You know, it was something I haven't really gone through before. And you don't really realize it's going on until you really take a step back and look at things. And I was just looking at myself one day, you know, like I said, I worked for my brother at that factory, and just kind of looking around and just thinking, you know, there are people there, and I respect these people that show up every day and have done this for years, because I couldn't do it. You know, they're tougher than I am. And, you know, I just started thinking, like, what do I want for myself? You know, what am I gonna do with my life? Like, you know, am I just gonna keep bouncing around and keep living in the past? You know what I mean? So the big thing was just getting out of my comfort zone. Once I got out of that comfort zone of home and just that box, you know, that's really what started to change my thinking, that I can do bigger things than what I was doing. And there's more out there than my small town USA. My mom She knew about Turner. I kind of knew about Turner and what they were doing. I have a family member that's close to the company. So I started looking into it a little bit more, saw what they were doing, and she pretty much begged me, my mom did, to, do this, or at least put in an application, so I did. One thing that really impacted me with this company was I went out to Maryland, and the third day we had the Christmas party there, the company Christmas party for that area, and they included me in that. They brought me the gift bag and that, they made me feel a part of the family just right from coming in, and that's one thing I'll always remember with this company and how they welcomed me, and the whole family aspect is really kind of what sealed the deal with me and this company. So it looked like a chance to really kind of get back on my feet and get rolling again and get in the industry and kind of do something for myself to better myself and, just have a better future than the path I was taking. So I love it. I love everything about it. I love the traveling aspect. I've been fortunate as far as opportunities. I was started in the haul truck, and I started with no experience. Seeing like Travis Brown and Colt Goss and Ryan Bailey and like Matt McClellan's, people like that. I try to watch what they're doing when they do come on site and listen to them. And I want people to remember me as somebody that can come in and kind of change the pace of the site. Something that I would definitely want to look back on as an accomplishment is starting from the bottom and maybe working my way up, as far as I can. Looking back in 20, 30 years as being someone that started from the bottom, no experience as a haul truck driver, and having the story of moving my way up through the ranks from just waking up every day and showing up to work. I just want to be somebody, that has a good story and that can be there for people, that they can, look at my story and maybe help motivate somebody to get out of a bad time mentally, and maybe help change someone's life, if they're going through a hard time, and, just let them see that other people have gone through it too, and there's you can get out of it, and there's always, a route to get out of it. You just gotta get through it, and keep waking up and, working hard every day, and just be willing to put yourself out there, humble yourself, and just show up and just work, and things will pay off.